Alright, what is up, Copy Squad? So what I want to talk to you about today is the 4 things that I feel most copywriting books fail to address properly. I think it stems from an overarching failure to recognize that copywriting is a professional language, much like accounting is its own professional language, and being an attorney, they have their own professional language, right? You pay those people for their expertise in that language and their ability to communicate within that language, right? So that's why that skill is so valuable. It's the same thing with copywriting. And the problem is, everyone thinks it's English because copywriting is usually written in like 6th grade reading level. So they read the copy and they think, oh, I can do that. I can read this, I can understand it, so I can read it. But the reality is, it's like any language where it's not what you say, it's what you communicate, okay? And copywriting has its own way of communication, like there's studies that show like 70% of communication is nonverbal, it's body language, right? And that's where the hang-ups come for copywriters, they think they're saying one thing, but they're not really communicating what they want to communicate. It's a little bit of a tricky situation for copywriters. So getting to the 4 main things that most books fail to address. Alright, first you have to come at it from this angle that this is a language and you want to communicate, not say things. Alright, so the first thing is regarding newness. I'll name all 4 things really quick and I'll kind of dive into them a little bit. If you want to learn more information about this stuff, I'm actually writing a book on this topic. I'll talk about that in a minute. But the first thing is newness. The second thing is safeness. The third thing is easiness. The 4th thing is bigness. Alright, and those are the kind of things that you want to communicate. And what's really cool is each of those items has like a effect multiplier, which I call like an alter ego. Sort of like Clark Kent has Superman, Peter Parker has Spider-Man, if you like Marvel Comics, better than DC, which I do. So what most copywriting books fail to address is that whenever you are saying something, if it doesn't convey one of these 4 things, it's not very effective. There's a couple other little things that matter more depending on where in the copywriting you are at, what section, the headline, the lead, the body, or the close. And again, covering all this stuff in more depth in a book, but I want to give you like an overarching premise. If you say something and it does not communicate, like you say a bunch of words, but it doesn't communicate the message that this is brand new, or safe, or easy, or big, then it's not really going to have much of an emotional appeal. And that's what we're doing. We're communicating we're not communicating at the words level, we're communicating at the just plain English level. Copywriters are tasked with the job of communicating at the emotional level. Like whatever I say has to trigger. They always say these persuasion triggers, influence triggers, that kind of stuff. And you're always like, how do I make this trigger? That's like the big question. These are the 4 big things. Like if you just look at it from a language, imbue your words with these sentiments, and you communicate these things, then you will win. You could have pretty copy, and if you do these 4 things consistently, you'll win. Especially if you're not in like a highly competitive copywriting niche. For instance, financial publishing, internet marketing, health and like supplements and stuff like that, highly competitive for copywriters. Because a lot of it is like you invest in stocks, you make money, or you work out and you get in shape. So all these things you're forced to take an old thing and give it a new name and make it fresh again. And that's why so many copywriters get paid so well in those niches, because it's actually the same old stuff for forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You got to make it brand new every day. So if you can just follow these 4 things, newness, safeness, easiness, and bigness, then you can pretty much dominate your niche. So real quick, I want to talk about the alter egos of each of these guys. These are like effect multipliers for the emotional impact. So new is the Clark Kent, right? It's the regular dude. It's Peter Parker. Newness's alter ego is only, okay? Only is like an element of exclusion. And basically what that means, if something's new, that's great. But if it's new and you can only get it through me, that's amplified, right? I am Kyle Milligan. I've got a new way of looking at copywriting. It's looking at it as a language. Guess what? I'm the only person talking about this. You'll never get this training from anybody else but me. See? Now I've amplified your attention. It's a brand new thing. It changes the game. But you have to listen to me or you'll never get it. I just did it right there. Okay. Safe. Safe is number 2. Its alter ego is predictability. So not only is something safe. So if something is safe, then studies show that something that you deem as reliable or safe or non-risky, you automatically imply or you lend that it has higher benefits for having less risk. You automatically assume higher benefits for less risk. So safety is a emotional trigger. If I can convey safety to you, then you will elevate the amount of benefit you think that thing has. Okay, so we just covered safety. More safe, higher benefits. So there is an effect multiplier of predictability, okay? And this takes safety to the next level. So what I can tell you is, I'm an authority, right? I've been writing copy at Agora Financial, the largest financial publication, newsletter service, copywriting company in the world. We actually did break 300 million in 2018. I thought we came close. We actually broke 300 million in revenue, so that's awesome. Destroyed the competition. So that's safety, right? Now here's how it's predictable. I have used the same strategy I'm talking about here for all of my promos. For every promo that I've written that has helped me generate, in my first couple months, I think it was like 5 million in sales. And I think the last time I checked, which was a while ago, I think I did over 8 million for the whole year of 2018. I'm not exactly sure of the number. I should probably pull that. That'd be like a good credibility angle. But yeah, so the point is, I've used this system that I'm explaining here to you, using copywriting as a language and interpreting the words and trying to communicate things, not say things, right? I've used this whole strategy time and time and time again. My promos have been reviewed on copywriting groups on Facebook. My promos have been on copy calls in Agora Financial. I've done this before. I'm an authority, right? You can trust me. I know what I'm doing. I've made money this way. But I've done this system every time. And every time that a promo has worked, it was because this system was employed. It was followed pretty strictly. So we just covered safe and now predictable. So what I can say is, the last time I did this, XYZ was the result, which is why I really want to be able to share my promos with you, because I can say, well, last time I used it on this promo, look how much money we made. I used it on this promo, look how much money we made, and on and on and on. So the third thing, so we covered new, its alter ego of only, which is like exclusion. We covered safe, its alter ego of predictable. So safe is the Clark Kent, predictable is Superman. Now we're going to cover number 3 would be easy. So if something is easy, essentially it can be push button, right? You have 1 step to follow, 2 steps to follow. It doesn't require a lot of work on your part. It doesn't require, okay, if something is easy, it doesn't require time. It doesn't require work. It doesn't require like a lot of effort. So cool, you can do this and you won't have to put a lot of resources into it. That's easy, okay? So whenever I write something, I need to either communicate it's new, safe, or easy and tell you, hey man, I got the solution, and guess what? It's easy, all right? So what's easy's alter ego? How do I amplify that? Easy's alter ego is anybody, okay? So what anybody means is anybody can do this. Anyone who's buying anything, right? They are buying because they are insecure about something. They're insecure about their finances. They're insecure about their health. They're insecure about their appearance, their skin. They're getting wrinkles. They want this cream. They want this solution. So the reason they're buying is they're insecure. So you want to make it easy for them, right? Make sure they don't have to put in a lot of work or effort or resources. But you also want to dumb it down to the lowest possible, like lowest common denominator. And even though people are insecure, they never think that they're the world's worst, right? They never think they're the scum of the earth. So if you can go ahead and say it's easy, not only is it easy, but it's so easy that any idiot can do this. It is foolproof. I've made it so you cannot fail. If you were the dumbest guy on the planet, you could not lose with this strategy. So what you can do is you can amplify easy with its alter ego. It's Superman, which is anybody, all right? You employ easy, and then you take it up a notch to anybody. So I can tell you, how does my system work for writing copy? Well, you learn the language of copy, but I'm giving you a system for which you can follow and say, oh, what's this line communicating? Is it communicating that it's new, safe, easy? Anybody can do it, any of these things. So I have created a system for you that's pretty easy. And also, I would even say anybody can use it, because when I got hired to Agora Financial, I didn't know anything about copy. I had to Google what a head and lead was. The headline and the lead was what they asked me to send in to get an interview. And I had to Google what it was and make it up. So if I can do it, having no clue what I was doing, anybody can do it. We've covered new, its alter ego only. We've covered safe, its alter ego predictable. We've covered easy and its alter ego anybody. Now the last thing is we're going to cover big. We have a short attention span, and it's kind of annoying to hear people say, oh, people's attention span is shorter than ever. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'm pretty sure everyone had a short attention span forever. I don't think things are much different these days. But let's say it's way shorter now than it ever has been. knowing that your announcement has to be big, your breakthrough has to be big, whatever you're putting in front of them, it has to be big, right? If it is not big, then why would it command attention? Because there's too much going on, there's too much noise. Like even around me right now, man, it's noisy, there's people walking around, all kinds of junk happening. It's crazy out here. Your first words have to be pretty big, right? But then throughout the copy, you need to make sure to remind them, hey, don't forget, this is a life-changing opportunity. This is a once-in-a-lifetime sort of thing. This only comes around once every decade. Like, this is huge. This may never happen again. This might be your only shot. That stirs excitement. It's not what you say, it's what you communicate. And I communicate to you that this is big, then you are going to feel all that fear of missing out automatically. I don't have to say, don't miss out. I'm just going to say something like, this is bigger than Amazon. And you'll automatically start thinking about, well, if I could have been in front of Amazon, or oh, if I miss out on this, I'll kick myself forever. You can tell them that, you can kind of twist the knife a little, but you don't necessarily have to. If you can convey that something's big, a lot of things will happen in the background without you saying it. It's not what you say, it's what you communicate. So let's talk about Big's alter ego really quick. So Big's alter ego is fastness. So Big is Clark Kent, fast is Superman. Let's say I could tell you could make 10,000% on your money. Let's say I could make you 200% stronger on your bench press, or I could make you have 15 years younger skin, right? No more bags, no more wrinkles, all that. It's all gone, right? That's all big stuff, right? Those are big claims. Now, what's better than that? I can make you 10,000% on your money tomorrow. I can improve your bench 200% in a week. I can get you 15 years younger skin in an hour. All those things just became amplified because I coupled bigness with fastness. So bigness's alter ego is going to be fast, all right? So you notice I don't have to sit here and say, this is really fast, wow. I can actually convey all these feelings to you by understanding that, what did I just say and what does it communicate? 200% stronger in 1 week. I just conveyed a lot in that time. It's big, it's fast, and then I can say a simple system to improve your bench 200% in 1 week. Now I just said it's simple system, so it's kind of easy. I could call it like a simple system for, I don't know, who's someone who's like, I don't want to say like physically disabled, but someone who's a couch potato, right? Let's say a simple system for a couch potato to go and improve their bench press 200% in 1 week, right? So now I'm adding these elements. Now I can say a breakthrough system for couch potatoes to improve your bench press in 1 week. I just said it's new, let's say it's safe. How do we say it's safe? A proven breakthrough system for couch potatoes to improve your bench press by 200% in 1 week. All right, now we just covered all four. You see how much stronger that is, and it's only because I speak the language of copy. I didn't have to research what to say. I just knew I had to communicate it was new. I had to communicate it was safe. I had to communicate it was easy, and I had to communicate it was big. If I could add predictability, exclusion, a breakthrough system by Kyle Milligan, right? Now I've put exclusion in there. It's only through me. That's New's alter ego, it's only. So it's a new breakthrough system by Kyle Milligan that's proven 100 times in a row, so that's safe and predictable. For couch potatoes, that's anybody, all right? A simple system by Kyle Milligan, a simple breakthrough system by Kyle Milligan. So you just keep keep tacking on there, keep tacking on, you keep tacking on. How else can I throw something in there that shows this is easy, this is anybody, anyone can do it, it's fast, it's huge. That's it, dude. That's the language of copy in a nutshell. What's up, Copy Squad? If you are interested in gaining a mastery of the language of copywriting, or looking for somewhere to bounce ideas with other professional copywriters, or interested in having conference calls with me regularly, I would encourage you to check out the Copy Squad Inner Circle. That's where I host exclusive content catered for Inner Circle members' specific requests. I'll have insider interviews with folks who are experts and specialists at certain areas and avenues of copywriting. If any of this sounds interesting to you, it's available at kylethewriter.com/squad. Thanks so very much, and we look forward to you joining us on the Inner Circle.